My name is Kim Jensen, and I am a mother of three boys. And my two youngest boys' father was diagnosed with a tumor in his spine. We met with his oncologist in Michigan, and he advised us to actually see his colleague in Boston. And so I prayed on it, and I just knew from there the plans were completely opposites of each other. We go to Boston, but being caregiver of him, I knew how this works. And then after he unfortunately did pass in 2018, so just literally life, I felt like, what now, and I feel like God was like, well, if you want to leave Michigan, doom and gloom, winter, never seeing the sun, I hated it. So I had to leave. I need sunshine. So we moved south in North Carolina, and I was going through a 6-month course of massage therapy to get licensed during COVID. So that was fun because massage is hands-on. So there was a lot of things we could not do. So I felt like, you know what, I'm a single mom. Graciously, we had funds set aside that I could still raise my kids on my own. I had great health, like great dental health. I never even had a cavity till I was like 43. And I don't know what happened, but I cracked a couple teeth and it started with like severe sensitivity, nothing I'd ever noticed before. So I went to normal dentist in town there and he wanted to do crowns. I'm like, okay, go through that. And then there's still sensitivity. Wanted to do root canals and I'm like, okay. So I did that and they're literally lined up top and bottom. So when I was working as a massage therapist, I had a normal day, a few clients went home and just felt weird. We were living with my now husband, and all kids were home, and he worked third shift, so he was sleeping. But I went and called my sister, who was an RN, and I just trust her and told her I just felt weird. And she went through her normal nursing questions. How much did you work today? How much water did you eat? Blah, blah, blah. So yes, everything was normal. And I almost felt like I don't even know how to describe it. I just felt weird. So she said, Kim, I think you need to go wake up Brian. No, you're not feeling quite that right. And I did. And then, long and behold, a little bit later, I went into the bathroom and fell off the toilet and had a seizure. So he found me. He is a volunteer fireman as well. So he knew, make sure she's on her side, he knew what was happening, called 911, of course, and all our kids were home. It was just an awful day, but so it started with a seizure. It was October of 22. And then I was in ICU for I think 3 to 4 days. So obviously out of it, I had no idea what was going on. I woke up and my sister, my son from Michigan, my husband, they were all, two sisters, were all around my hospital bed. And I'm just like, what's happening? So they kind of on, well, you had a seizure. And I'm like, what? No. Anyway, so a couple days later, they did an MRI and found a grade 4 glioblastoma. And technically, that's a terminal diagnosis. So you can imagine my thoughts and everything just got crushed. I'm like, why? Why? My kids need their parent. They still had two school-age kids. So I was sobbing, scared, all the things. Went to my oncologist and they said they first want to do a surgery to remove the mass because it was quite sizable, about the size of like almost a tennis ball. And it was in my left frontal lobe, which the brain surgeon said if I was going to get a tumor, that's probably the best place it would be. So I had a surgery end of October 22 and then contracted MRSA infection. Probably in the hospital, people say, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then during that time, my husband and I got married, kind of a shotgun wedding. We went to Gatlinburg and had family stay with my kids. Got married in this beautiful chapel and all the things. And then I had another surgery when I got home to clean up the infection. And there was my scar's like right here. So obviously they went through the same scar every time, thankfully. And I have a baseball size missing out of my skull. So it's all infected. So close to the brain. I just can't believe it. It's so scary. So another surgery to remove that and then close me back up, heal again. Then they did another surgery because it started to come back. So the third surgery, they called a redo, where they'll take out the tumor again. It started to regrow already. Um, so they did that. So 3 brain surgeries, and then I could start radiation, and that just it was ungodly. I think it was 8 weeks of radiation, 4 or 5 times a week. People had to drive me because as soon as I got out, I was just exhausted. And then chemo just wore me out. I mean, if anyone's been on chemo, they know it's a drug. It's meant to kill cancer, but it also kills healthy cells. So, yeah, it just made me feel poopy. And I guess it didn't even work because then she said, well, another scan came back. Well, it looks like it's getting a little bigger. I was like, no. And I said, what else can you offer me? She goes, just more chemo. Like she looked upset, like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Nope, it didn't work before. I'm not putting my body through that anymore. So my sister used to be an RN at Restore Hyper Wellness. I hear that they have a few centers where they'll do like infusion IVs. Her daughter, who also worked at a Hyper Restore Wellness in Portland, Oregon, used to work with a nurse there who used to work at Oasis of Healing. So that's kind of how I got to know of the place. I talked to my sister a lot and my dad a lot, and he said, Kim, don't worry about it. If you want to do this, I want you to live. I want you to go there. So I'm so thankful I did because I truly believe that's where it happened. It was insane, like a lot of really cool treatments that I was like, what? What's this? What's this? But they were awesome. With everyone else helping me and my family supporting me, I made it. And when I came back from Oasis, it's gone for now. So I just have to stay healthy, remember all the awesome things I learned in Arizona and Oasis of Healing. Super hard to stick to their diet, but as much as you can, do it because that's where it happened for me and all the awesome treatments. Friday, I had an MRI. All my family was here, all my kids and their girlfriends, and I had to go get an MRI. And I just told everybody, pray for me. I leave. Pray for me. Pray for me that's gone. Went and got the MRI, and I've read so many of them that I know when there's some left in there, they would put like a little measurement. There was no measurements in this one. But it was Sunday when I read the report in my portal, so of course I read it. Can't wait for my doctor's appointment. And then the next day I drove out to Charlotte to see my oncologist, and she came in the room and confirmed it's gone. Just as hard as it was for me to do in the beginning, I'm glad I did. And actually we started building this house while I was out there. No, my husband had to sign the papers here for our mortgage to start building this house. And I literally was like sobbing, like, I'm not going to live to see this house built. We've been in it a year and 4 months already. So, and I'm definitely grateful. I definitely count my blessings more now than ever, obviously. So yes, I would love, 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 love for people to, if any way possible you can make this work and go out to Oasis of Healing, I highly recommend it. They are wonderful.